What's up, everybody? Nostalgia Goggles 43 here. Thanks for joining me live from the apocalypse. So I am not sick, but I don't want to infect any of you in case I'm asymptomatic. So you can't be too careful. I am all prepared to ride this thing out in quarantine. I've got my masks. Actually, I didn't buy these just for the gag. Don't worry. I actually used to have them in my desk at work. For when I was sick, and I had some left over from that. No, don't worry about that. Spit's the greatest. It wasn't. I had leftover ones. I actually tried to donate them, but because the box was open, I can't get them, so they're not really good for anything except opening a stream. But anyway, I am all set to ride out the apocalypse. I've got my Genesis 6-button USB controllers, Genesis Classic. I don't have the Genesis Classic yet, but as long as UPS doesn't shut down before tomorrow, it should be good. Got Tony Hawk 2, all the essentials. And in case I get hungry later, got a bottle of whiskey. So I should be good. Tony Hawk 2, Hawk Harder. That is definitely what they should have called it.
Sports.
Let's get started. There we go. Right at the beginning of the loop. We'll just let it go. Well, I get my controller. The other thing I got Super NES, got NBA Live 96, I got Spit's the Greatest. What else do I need? We need 2 games tonight. I need some 16-bit metal in my life. I picked a bad week to go on vacation. Well, in a sense, yeah. It was good in that I don't know when the next time I'll be able to go on vacation is. We actually were in Dallas last week, so the last game I played before I left was against the Mavericks. I briefly thought about just taking it on the road, but after the disaster Thanksgiving I decided, against the Sixers actually, just trying to get the setup done. I decided not to do it. I'm glad I didn't. Bad week for you. You were so bored. I'm sorry, man. Sorry to let you down. As far as the chocolate milk thing, I've been drinking water because it's Lent. Now I've ended up giving up a whole lot more for Lent than I had intended, as I think all of us did. But yeah, there actually is an open question. One of my other patrons requested a patron poll as to what I should drink for the rest of the season after Lent's over. I'll put that up at some point. For right now, we're going to set the starting lineup. We have Eric Murdoch another chance. He's been struggling a little bit since the trade deadline. Hasn't found his role in the new lineups yet. So how are you holding up, Spit's the Greatest? You said bored. Board actually seems kind of good. There are worse things than bored. Nice. Do you want me to read that so everyone knows? Is that just to me? You're okay. Glad to hear it. Murdoch, Davis, Murray, Pinkney, Davis. Yeah, so Spit's the Greatest is getting his blog up and running. Writing some articles now, and you're going to start a series for reviewing chocolate milk. I love it. Let me know. I'll tweet it out. Speaking of support, there we go. 10% of anything I make tonight goes to the Retina Foundation of the Southwest. Even in these troubled times, there are still other diseases out there, like macular degeneration, that need curing. So they're doing excellent work in that regard. You all should support them too, of course. Support whoever you think is doing the best work at this point. Support your local businesses if you can. They need it. A lot of people need your help right now, but they're one of them. We're supporting these guys for this season, and if you'd like to support them more directly, there is a link in my Twitch profile and in YouTube. Let's get the thing going. I guess we'll check the standings real quick. Philadelphia, I assume, is trusting the process here, but it looks like Utah and Houston have clinched up playoff spots after our last game. Still a toss-up in the Pacific. Philadelphia is not looking promising, although that might be more games than they won in real life this season. Live from Philadelphia, PA. Sheltering in place, from what I hear. Ed Pinkney. Your favorite and mine. Starting for Philadelphia, number 8, Trevor Ruffin. Missed that guy. Now he's going to show us what he can do. You know who else is on this team, Spitz the Greatest? Tony Massenberg. There he is. Starting power forward for the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, Spitz the Greatest. Thank you, Dortmunder. I'm trying to look classy. No, you know, season's suspended, so I figure jersey's not an appropriate thing to wear. We're wearing a suit. I was looking really classy at the beginning. Started out wearing one of these guys, which I did not buy just for the prank. I'm not that irresponsible. I had some left over. How are you doing, Dortmunder? You holding up okay? Oh, bad shot. Was that Tony? Tony Massenberg blocking me there? Say goodnight to the wife. You heard your name. You heard your name because you know who a Philadelphia starting power forward is? That's right. Please don't. Come on. I'd be happy just to make a shot. I just got back to Dortmunder's comment. I was just looking in the mirror thinking my neck looks weird, so sanity is tedious. Indeed. Get that out of there, Derek Coleman. Syracuse or no. Pinkney. To Murray. For 3. I cannot hit a shot. Now, why do you want revenge on Massenberg so bad? Spitz the Greatest. We already traded him. 2 on Murdoch already? Ugh. Did Philly take him out already? I think they did. There you go, Murdoch. Take that all the way. Yeah, they already sat him down, Spitz. I guess they didn't agree with my assessment that he should be starting on the squad. Oh! Instead, I get dunked on. All right, Davis. See you. Pull this off. Nope. Ruffin. I was just love watching him do that when he was on my squad. There you go, Davis. Good pass. That's for you, Spitz the Greatest. Patron at our Buy a Bucket tier. Thank you for your support. Imagine every time I run down the court after scoring, my guys look at him and stare him down. That's sweet. Thank you. It was your bucket, man. Couldn't have done it without you. Oh, come on, Tracy. You do like good fundamentals. I've noticed that about you. It's like how Dortmunder likes Muggsy Bogues. I gotta tell you, Dortmunder, the Muggsy Bogues trade has not been a popular decision with everyone. Pinkney, yes! Bogues for life. There have been 3 separate occasions since the trade deadline that we've passed to him, and he has just dribbled back over the half-court line for a backcourt violation without any defensive pressure at all. Oh, roughing. Trevor. Guess that's why we traded him. Pinckney. Oh. Mind games. Good point. Pinckney could not get around Clarence Weatherspoon. Sixers' best player this season. I don't know what's the greatest. He's lucky it got blocked. Careful. Because he was shooting behind the bucket. Yeah, well, you know, can't win them all. Ed Pinckney is lucky to have found a booster like you. Tim Troy, humanitarian and philanthropist support of Massenburg was much more fickle. At the first sign of Bogues, he gave it up. Hit a three. There it is. Finally. I was going to call timeout, but I got to let him run with that. There we go. Nothing personal, Trevor. It's just time to sub. Alright, that'll work. Alright, so that was a +3 lineup. Next, we have Stoudemire, Pressburg, Ellis, Jones, and Miller. Miller also been struggling at the center position. We're going to try him out tonight at power forward a little bit as well. See if that solves the problem. All right, already off to a better start. Nice, Damon. You take that in. Oh, man, I thought Ruffin was going to just mug him. Come up behind, give him a little Buffalo action. That's not fair. I really have no concept as to how violent basketball is played in Buffalo. Violently. Dortmunder, I believe you're our resident Buffalo expert. Thoughts? Thank you. We have found our groove. Good timeout. Most violent basketball city in history. All right. There you go. You should trust that man. He's a doctor. Oh, Damon, you had it. Whoa. A crazy block. What is up with the snow? What do you mean it's the greatest? We got not like crazy snow. We got, you know, the big, thick, wet flakes, but not a lot of accumulation. Why, did you get it bad? Oh, there's Tony again. Back out. Rebound Massenburg, and he dunks it. 4 inches of heavy snow. Oh. No, we didn't get that much. What we got was heavy, but it didn't, like I said, it didn't accumulate. It just melted. I mean, we do live in the North. You know, we the North and all that. There you go, Jones. Ugh. Need to take it inside every time he's on the floor. His PM needs to be minus 1,000. All right, well, he just sat down. Thing is, taking it inside isn't a guaranteed success for us either. It's the whole point of outside shooting. Little dirty pool myself. Guys, you're killing me. There we go. Where's David? There he is. Nice. Walters. Nope. Rebound, Oliver Miller. Nicely done. All right, so we've now doubled their score up by 16. Makes that a plus 13 lineup. It's pretty good. Oof. It's a rough field goal percentage for them. Oh, Ruffin coming back. Oh, Scott Skiles, sorry. Launch that one, not Walters. All right, so Murdoch comes back. Davis. Ellis stays. Pinkney. And Miller stays. All right. Well, Ruffin wanted more minutes, and he's certainly getting them from Philly. He wasn't really happy in our three-point guard rotation. Oh. Whoops. As I was playing NHL 96 or something. Trying for like a one-timer there. Didn't work out so well. Oh, that's right, Walters is number 2. What was I thinking? Clearly was not... Oh, no, nope. Ah. Not so good. Massenberg to Ruffin. Former and current teammates. Ruffin shoots. Not so much. Ellis on fire. Knocking him down. Davis recovers the loose ball. Ellis capitalizes. Sixers call time. Trevor Ruffin morphs into Scott Skiles. Massenberg still on the floor. Bad foul, Davis. We didn't need that. What are we doing here? Jerry Stackhouse coming in. His rookie season, 95-96. He was the one with the spectacular dunk earlier. Might have actually misidentified him as Clarence Weatherspoon earlier. For whatever reason, I remembered Spoon wearing 42, but I think he wears 35. We regret the error. I'm getting jersey numbers wrong all over the place here. There you go, Murdoch. Nicely done. In front of the backboard. Much higher percentage shot in front of the backboard. Good D. Now we'll keep this guy for a little longer. Beating them on the break. That was a good time as any for a line change. I'm out. So we were up 16, and now we're up by 31. That is a plus 15. Why not? Now we've got Stoudemire, Respert, Murray, Jones, and is it Miller again? Miller again. This is the last game, the last night of the. It's not half. It's midway through the second quarter. Murray just cannot hit a shot tonight. Fortunately, the elite shot blocking machine, David Stoudemire, is on point. You're listening to the news. Why? Why are you listening to the news, Spitz the Greatest? Don't do that to yourself. I mean, why does it matter? You're at home anyway. You're not going to see any of them. You don't need other people's opinions. You can just have your own. You can be at home with your own opinions. And mine, I guess. I've been trying to keep those to myself. Unless solicited. Not just on the stream, but in all of life. There we go. Murray found his rhythm. For a pretty rocky start. Especially compared to Ellis. He has been blocking a lot of shots, though. I'll give him that. You may venture out to the store later to get a soda because you're dying. Yeah, I don't blame you. Unless you mean you're dying of COVID-19, in which case you should not venture out to the store. No, I went up today. I bought some cheese. If I'm gonna ride out the apocalypse, I need cheese. If I wasn't gonna be down here for so long, I would have held up the cheese when I was holding up all the other stuff. If I have a headache, the medication isn't helping. Is that a frequent occurrence for you? Too much Jameson? Not enough Jameson? There you go. Not enough Tony Massenberg getting the ball stolen from him? Ugh. Oh, caffeine headache. Oh, I got you. Are you out, or are you, like, trying to quit or something? Nope. Knew it was a bad shot when I went up. Did it anyway. Sometimes that happens. Nice drive by Skiles. Nice. Oh, you're out, but you're trying to get off the juice, but you need it. That's the problem. When you're home, you want soda. Is it the caffeine you're trying to quit, or the soda? Oh, long, too. Alright. Better than the brick, I guess. People are telling you, yeah, this is fun, drink beers and whiskey, but that does nothing for you. You only enjoy drinking with people at bars. At home, you want soda. Alright. Well, you know what? I'm not one to judge. Wow, Murray ended up outscoring Ellis. I didn't see that one coming. Or maybe it's just those other stats. Try to quit the sugar and caffeine. Yeah, I mean, the sugar at least makes sense. I would still be drinking caffeine if it didn't make me nuts. I get really anxious when I drink caffeine, which I never noticed until I quit it. But now I just can't do it. Like, I have, you know, one soda, and I just get, like, really just, it's bad. What was the site of the BAA's first game on November 1st, 1946? Fort Wayne. I'm going to go with Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thanks to Tim Troy, humanitarian and philanthropist, Spitz the Great, as he tries to get off sugar and caffeine, Dr. Ambassador Dortmunder, as he tries to accept his neck for what it is. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And we are supporting the Retina Foundation of the Southwest, envisioning a world without goggles. Check them out. They do good stuff. You're going with Atlanta. See that? No, don't do sugar-free sodas. That's where, I mean, I know I just said that. Impossible. Sorry, Dorts. I know I just said I was trying to keep my unsolicited opinions to myself. This is a hill I'll die on. Do not drink sugar-free soda. It's so much worse for you. Just have the sugar. Murray Davis. One of these times I'm going to put the wrong Davis in and I'm going to have a bad time. Everything is bad for you, but the, like, artificial sweet, I guess, I don't know what's, you say the new sugar-free sodas, I don't know what's in them. Every artificial sweetener I'm familiar with is just, like, awful for you. Like, potential causal relationship with type 2 diabetes based on some studies. I say potential, you know, I don't know. That hasn't been completely clinically proven, but there's so much out there. It's not a good thing. Don't do it. Stick with the sugar. You know, honestly, I don't even think sugared sodas are so bad other than that people view them as drinks. If you look at them as a dessert and have them in the same quantities as you would have dessert, It's really not so bad. All this talk about soda isn't helping right now. Sorry. Let's talk about Muggsy Bogues stuffing Trevor Ruffin on that last play. How about that? Double team on Ruffin. Kicks it out to Weatherspoon. You can't have him like dessert. What about tea? Get in there, Muggs. Get past him. There you go. That's for you, Dortmunder. Dr. Ambassador Dortmunder, that is. Patron at our Buy Bucket tier. Thank you for your support of the Raptors, of Muggsy Bogues. Have them like a drink, and then you'll have a second, and then maybe a third. Yeah, that's where you get into trouble. Get that out of there. Muggsy. Get it to Muggsy. No, not to Weatherspoon. He's on the other team. I can understand throwing it to Ruffin. That was the thing that happened for a while. Miller! It's Miller time. You don't keep it in the house for that reason, but quarantine is not good for you. Well, you know what? Just do what you got to do to get through this. It's looking like we might be here a while, so... You know, your physical health's important, but your mental health's important too. Now, if there's anything I can do for either of you gentlemen, please let me know. Or for any other viewers, it looks like we have someone else tuning in. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, whoever you are. It's Muggsy. Take that in, Muggsy. There it is. That bucket purchased for us by Tim Troy, humanitarian and philanthropist. Patron at our Buy a Bucket tier. Thank you for your support. Big Muggsy Bogues booster. There it is, Miller. Take that in. Nice. Power forward suits him. Good timeout for Philly. Four for 25, Trevor Ruffin. Miller! He's throwing it down. There you go, Davis. Take that all the way. Putting on a show here. Sorry, Trevor. Nothing personal. Just needed to stop the clock. We lead 99-42, so that is, what, a 57-point lead? I've lost count. Oh well. Figure it out later. Murdoch and Davis. That Davis. Ellis. Jones. And Miller. We got a lot of Miller lineups tonight. Promising start. In traffic, can't get it to fall. Look at that. Really wish there was a dive button. Uh-oh. Alice gets cold. Oh! Philly hits their first 3 of the evening. Alice responds. If you're trying to be healthy and you want the caffeine, or even if you're just trying to work your way off of it, you could try tea. Or coffee. Or Red Bull. Alright, that's enough, Ellis. Helps the headache. And honestly, if you're taking over-the-counter stuff anyway, you know, you could take, what is it, Excedrin. That has caffeine in it. Ugh. There you go. Murdoch, take that in. That was an ugly shot. Hey, you know, any shot that goes in the basket's a beautiful shot, its own way. That ugly shot grew up and became a lovely swan, or something like that. Oh no, I was trying to get to Miller, who was wide open, and now he's not. Now he's just going to take a terrible mid-range jumper and make it anyway. 4 for 4. Go figure. Shows what I know. I'm from the future. Not as satisfying as being from the future was even 2 or 3 weeks ago. But hey, you know. Sometimes the future sucks, and sometimes you just gotta play Super Nintendo games in your basement. With your friends and patrons. Relive the glory days, Bruce Springsteen style. Let's take that ball away from Derek Coleman. Nope. Not gonna happen. Alright. Oh, that was not the pass I intended to throw. Having a really hard time aiming my passes tonight. Hopefully that gets better. Big stuff. Oh, come on. It's gonna let Jerry Stackhouse. Here, Jerry Stackhouse, have 2 points. Please. On the house. There you go. Hubert, pull up. Nope. Shoot that. Miller! No. All right, I said, I guess Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fifth greatest, Atlanta, Georgia. New York Knicks, Toronto. Ha! I should have just gone with the hometown crowd. I didn't realize the Huskies were BAA. For some reason, I thought they were NBA. Let's see. So put back in Muggsy Bogues. John Respert. Who else? Ellis can stay. Pinkney. And Sharon Wright. Is it the first time tonight? It may be. It is. Ron Wright, who we acquired for Tony Massenberg at the trade deadline. And Wright making a statement against his former team immediately. Good job taking the charge. Ellis has just gotten cold. Let's take it in. Wow, that is a lot more. In the chat, they're talking about the stimulus bill in the House. That is a lot more money than I had expected. Ellis will take his 2 points at a time. Yeah. Yeah, it is good. I do wish that there was a little overall nuance. And I say this as someone who, like, this is going to sound weird, but, like, I shouldn't get that money. Like, my day job, I work for a grocery store. Like, I'm fine economically. Maybe not from a mental health perspective, but you know what? I was playing Super Nintendo games on the internet before, so. Come on, Pinckney. Sharon. No. Can always donate it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wait and see what it ends up looking like. I'm sure we're not going to keep all of it, or my wife and I've been talking about it, like maybe like look around at charities, see what the job loss situation looks like. We have a good friend who was the sole household income who just lost his job. Might try to help them out a little bit if they need it. Might use some of it to try to support some of the local businesses that are struggling. The idea is that the economy needs stimulus, so even if you keep your job, we need to boost spending above normal levels. Yeah, I get it. Right, there are definitely economic concerns about just printing the money, and I don't know, revering dangerously close to me, expressing my opinion about this whole thing again. Ah. That was a sign that it is time Dale Ellis to sit down. I think, unless he's in the other lineup. I think Murray's in my last lineup. But. Timeout. Thank you. The official airball emoji of Nostalgia Goggles for 3. Davis comes back. Murray Popeye Jones. Sharon Wright could stay. So there's this construction project in a town that is they've got a bridge, lift bridge that bisects their main street, and they in the past, whenever they'd done repairs, they had erected a just temporary pedestrian bridge. So even though it was closed to vehicle traffic, at least people could walk across it, because there are a lot of pedestrians that that's where they get a lot of their income in the summer. It's nice to be on the water, etc. So the bridge is being rebuilt extensively, closed and impassable for over a year recently, but they weren't able to construct the temporary bridge because of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Because there was no way to make it, because it is a lift bridge, it would have to be so high in order to make it wheelchair accessible. It would have just been cost prohibitive to the project. So I certainly am in favor of trying to help out people who need the assistance. My grandfather is a paraplegic, and I can definitely respect that. On the other hand, in this particular situation, essentially what we're saying is, instead of 99% of people being able to have a workaround here, nobody gets a workaround. It doesn't actually, in this case, it doesn't actually improve for something that's temporary, things for the people who are supposed to be being helped by this. It just makes things worse for everybody else. And that's sort of how I feel about some of these actions that we're taking here. Like, my friend, company having to close and him having to stay at home, that doesn't allow the people who are most at risk to go out. They're still stuck. And even if everybody was in perfect compliance, that would still be the case. So it seems like, especially if we're going to be spending that much money, printing that much money anyway, and a lot of the people in the risk groups are retired, we subsidize food, like grocery delivery. And people who are still in the workforce, we say, just expanded FMLA, we pay your salary while you're out. That would have to be cheaper than what we're doing, and it wouldn't tank the economy. But I mean, I might be missing something too. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a politician. I'm just a guy who plays basketball on the internet. So. So apparently I'm a guy who plays basketball really well on the internet. I hadn't looked at the back. There we go. Hubris. If I hadn't looked at the score recently, I didn't realize we were up by like 90. This might be our biggest win yet. No, get that again. Nice. Come on, guy. Yes! Again. Oh, never mind. I'm terrible at basketball on the internet. Yep, I will smile at that. It's the greatest. Massenberg, last shot for the Sixers, Tony Massenberg. Well, last real shot anyway. Actual last shot, Trevor Ruffin. That's fitting. I sort of hope that he made that. He's so angry. There it is. Sixers 71, Raptors 156. T. Murray, player of the game. How many points did Tony have? We shall see. We shall see. 10% from 3 for Philadelphia, 37% from the field. They did out-rebound us and out-assist us somehow. I guess their scoring was not so lopsided. 61 for Murray, 63 for Ellis. So Ellis actually outscored Murray. The rest of my team not doing so well from the field. I guess some more. Now, why is that skipping so much? 3-point shots. It's interesting. The player of the game logic usually mostly takes scoring into account. Yeah, Popeye Jones, 5 offensive rebounds. I think they were all on that last play. I had 6 blocks from Murray, nothing to sneeze at. 4 blocks from Muggsy Bogues, elite shot blocker. All right. Ruffin led the Sixers with 18 points. And Tony had 8. Over Ruffin, 9 for 38 shooting, 23% from the field. Got to hit the hay before game 2. All right, thanks, Doctor. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a nice sleep. Hope that you're staying sane out there. Okay, well. Guy couldn't get 8 points with me in a month. Well, you know. Looks like Jeff Malone was their sole 3-point shooter. Gonna run out for that soda. He'll be back. All right. We'll keep running it through. Check the replay if you're interested. So take a look at the shot summary. So 58% game. Fairly consistent. We had a really solid second quarter. He's there. Murray shooting above 500. It's always nice. Davis had a quiet game. There's that one from behind the backboard of Murdoch's. That's that one. Bogues, 2 for 2. 60% from the field for Ellis. Miller had a good game other than that one heave. Wright had 1 basket, but what a basket. A dunk just coming right off the bench. And Popeye Jones missed most of those shots on the same play. And so I shot a little worse from the field than my team. But, you know, sometimes you make them, sometimes you miss them. Right, I will save the series to that slot.